The Kabbalah Secrets Christians Need to Know, an in-depth study of the kosher pig and the gods of Jewish mysticism by Deanne Loper. This is an easy read. As you can see, it's paperback, not very long, written in a very easy to understand manner. You could read this in 2 days, no problem. Then go back through it. Not only is this a confirmation of geomancy, technology as a whole, specifically quantum mechanics, and tying it to the Talmudic Jews, not a statement of anti-Semitism, a statement of a belief system, the Talmud, the Talmudic Jews, and their Kabbalistic practices. And from 30,000 feet, what we have done is throw the umbrella over all this in labeling the one world religion as that of the Kabbalah, more specifically the Talmud. And the operating system of the Kabbalah is quantum mechanics. This book confirms that. And many other things that I'm going to share are going to sound very familiar to you as we get into talking about the Kabbalah. She is holding back no punches. This is a book that cites two primary Talmudic researchers, two rabbis, and it is built as a dissection of the rabbis' own publications. Two leading rabbis in the modern world of the Kabbalah. She focuses on, dissects what they're saying from a Christian perspective, of course. And she raises the alarm about what is going on, and she cites it as the evangelical church and even the evangelical leaders, some of which she cites in this book. And she is talking about this paradigm shift that is already underway, this shift to Kabbalah, or Kabbalah, being the dominant force in the world. This is the system of Lucifer. And the reason that we're starting to hear about this more, and specifically, as she cites in here, more about the Noahide laws, is because this is the time that is not only prophesied in the Talmud and in the Torah, but also in the Christian Bible, the Hebraic Bible, the Old Testament, the Pentateuch, 5 books of the Old Testament, and the New Testament. They are all saying that what has been hidden in the practices of the Kabbalah and what has been restrained and withheld, specifically the Noahide laws, was all done for a specific time. And she identifies today as that time for the revealing to take place. No longer are there practitioners holding back, is what she's saying, and we've been saying the same thing. And the evidence is clear to you as well. No longer are they trying to hide the secrets of the Kabbalah. They're not trying to hide an attendant part of the Kabbalah, which is the Noahide laws. And in this book, she ties technology, specifically quantum mechanics, directly to the Kabbalah, just as we have been saying. Now, she cites gematria as part of the tie to, because of numerology, part of the tie to science, but she is more specific than just gematria. She's also in here talking about the actual belief system, the rebuilding of the planet and the rebuilding of humanity by way of the Kabbalah. This is a time of redemption. This is a time of renewal that they've been waiting for. So we have been saying that there's a terraforming underway of the planet, and that there is a human 2.0 agenda underway in many manifestations that we've shared with you. She confirms what we have all been conversing about, that it is all about the Talmudic Jewish agenda for taking over the world and forcing upon the world the practices of the Kabbalah and the existential threat to Christians, the absolute threat to our lives. If you want to make it tangible, you want to make it relevant to our everyday walk of life, this book shows you how relevant it is. And it backs up all of the relevancy statements that Kathleen and I have made, that understanding the Noahide laws, the Kabbalistic belief system, understanding the ties to quantum mechanics and science in general, technology as a broad spectrum, that these are all tied together for the Luciferian agenda of killing off at least 2/3 of humanity, if not all, and reforming the planet. This is all about Mother Gaia. Now, I'm going to talk about geomancy just before I launch into reading some of these excerpts. Kathleen and I have been reading some other items besides this book. Geomancy, big umbrella, 30,000 feet. We might even go to a higher elevation for this one. Geomancy, yes, we've talked about it as Ilal Ramal, the science of the sand, but it applies to the entire planet. The worship of nature, the worship of Mother Gaia is geomancy. So when we say that geomancy is what is driving quantum mechanics, and that's the hub of all the scientific disciplines, that is reflected in this book, and it is reflected in the Kabbalistic belief system. That doesn't mean that we're Kabbalists. Doesn't mean that we are practitioners. It simply means we recognize the system that has been hidden. And as I said, she briefly touches on numerology and gematria as it pertains to the Hebraic alphabet and the names, like Yeshua, okay? But I think she's aware of the geomancy. The geomancy that we're talking about would be a companion book. And if we ever had the time, the two of us, Kathleen and myself, to sit down and write a book, it would be a companion follow-up piece to this. It would build upon the Kabbalah and the tie to quantum mechanics. And we would share in that book everything that we've already shared with you as patrons. You've made it possible for us to discover the hidden secrets of Kabbalah. And I'm going to read the actual words where she says, this is what the secrets are. This is what's been hidden.